Hey guys, so it's been a week. Sorry for maybe some noise. I'm outside because finally I'm going outside to do some grocery shopping. Right now I'm going to my mom's office so that she can give me a piece of paper where there's written where I live, who I am, and the reason why I'm going outside. Because this is what you have to do. Like every time you have to go outside, and the only reasons that you can write are for work, for some people, not everyone obviously, to go grocery shopping like I'm doing right now, and to go to the pharmacy or for some medical reasons. So I'm going to the grocery shopping. I'm gonna show you how it's gonna be kind of like different. I have to wear a mask, some gloves. I don't have the gloves, I have a mask. I'm gonna get the gloves at the grocery store, and probably there will be a queue just because you can't go in more than like 10 or 15, something like that. It depends on how big the supermarket is. And it's pretty wild, so I'm gonna go there now and I'll bring you guys with me. Okay guys, so I did this video just to show you how desert my city was. I obviously wore a mask. Here, this is the paper I had to bring everywhere with me, and this is the queue at the supermarket just to get in. Also, in the supermarket, we always had to stay at 1 meter of distance. So I just arrived home. I just went grocery shopping, how you saw. Right now, I'm gonna prepare my famous grandma ragù. That ragù is basically bolognese sauce, and I'm gonna show you how you do it. It's very quick. It's very easy, and I love it. So the first thing you want to do is chop the carrots, the onion, and the celery. So now you put them in a pan with some olive oil. Now you can put your meat that you've chosen, and obviously wash your hands before doing anything, and let it cook just a little bit until it gets kind of brown. Okay, so while it is cooking, you can add a little bit of salt, then you can add some pepper, and then if you like spicy food, just like I do, you can also add some chili. Don't add paprika, just because paprika tends to be a little bit sweet, and that's not really what we're going for. So after you've done that, you can add a little bit of wine. Don't worry, you don't need expensive wine, and just leave it there for a couple minutes until it evaporates. So when the wine has evaporated, you put your tomato sauce. Don't put tomato paste, put tomato sauce. And for the portions, you just put how much you want. But remember an important thing. So if you put like half of a bottle of tomato sauce, you then put half of a bottle of water. And then you just stir it and leave it there at a very low flame for about 2 hours. I know it's a lot, but you only have to do that, and then your ragu will be ready. So after you've put your water, it would look very, very watery and liquidy, but when you leave it 2 hours, all of the water will evaporate and it will become extremely delicious. So right now I'm just gonna wait and leave it there. Okay guys, so while my bolognese sauce is cooking, since it's gonna take so much time, I decided to do another recipe of my grandma, and that's basically zucchini with meat inside. I am not so sure how they're called because we call it zucchine ripiene. You won't understand it, but I will show you the recipe right now. So the first ingredient you'll need is obviously zucchini. You cut this part and then you will have to take out all of the center, and I'm gonna show you right now how it will look. Okay guys, so in the end your zucchini should look like this, and now we're gonna pass to the inner part. The first thing you wanna do is put a little oil in a pan, and then put your meat, the one you want to put inside your zucchini, and you just have to cook it just a little bit, just until it gets kind of brown. So then you put your meat into a bowl, you add an egg. It was very hard to do this with the hand, but I did it. Then you add some Parmesan cheese. Okay, then you add some Parmesan cheese. Then you add some breadcrumbs and some salt. And then you start mixing everything. Now you should add this in this, but before doing that you put in the zucchini some olive oil. So you add the olive oil, and if you want, you can also put some salt in here. I won't, just because I don't love salty things, so I'm just gonna leave it with some oil, and then you put this in here. So in the end they should look like this. Now comes the strange part. You have to put this in here, but before I put some water. I don't know if you can see it, but I've already put some water, and one of these, I don't know if you have them like all around the world, but basically it's something you need to salt and to give like flavor. So if you don't have it, maybe you could add to the water some salt or maybe some soy sauce. I'm not sure that it will come the same, but yeah, now I'll just put this in here, and then I'll put my zucchini in here in the water. So now that I've done this, I'm gonna put them in the oven for 30 minutes at 160 degrees, and then they will be ready. So I'm gonna give you a tip that I won't do right now just because I don't have the tools. So basically a tip is that when you put that in the oven, just put some this thing over it and leave it in the oven for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes you take it away and you leave it in the oven for about like 10 minutes, and in that way they will cook inside, and on top there will also be some crust that is extremely delicious. Unfortunately I don't have this thing, but they will still be good. So if you don't have it, that's still okay. This is just a plus. In the end, your bolognese sauce should look like this. If it's still very liquidy after like 1 hour, 1 hour and a half, maybe add some tomato sauce. And you can do some pasta like I'm gonna do right now, or whatever you want. So this is my first recipe. Instead, for the zucchini they will take a little bit more time, so I'll probably eat them tonight. So how you guys saw, this day was extremely productive even though I had to stay home. Unfortunately, I see so many people going around not caring about the situation. Besides in Italy, that there are mainly like young people who still don't understand the gravity of the situation. All around the world, I see so many like adults doing this. This is actually very sad because we Italians underestimated the situation before it became so serious, and it will happen the same thing all around the world. I just wish that people would start to see how serious it is, like from our mistakes, because we did some mistakes, because we started acting too late, but people all around the world are acting like extremely late, so it's very alarming. I hope that the situation will start to be better. I hope people will start staying home and do stuff, maybe cook some recipes that I show you today. If you'll do them, just say it to me in the comments, and I hope this video was kind of useful for you. Bye guys, see you at the next video.